Sit back and relax.
Hello and welcome. I have a question. Was Chairman Mao, remember Chairman Mao of China, right about the Asian sparrows? Well, my answer is a definite yes, he was. And my wife agrees completely, as she is at her tethers with them. However, more on that later. Ah yes, the delightful house sparrow, also known as the Asian sparrow around these parts. These little feathered nuisances have taken quite a liking to Thailand, much to the annoyance of anyone trying to live a peaceful life here. So, let's have a good old chat about what makes these birds such charming pests, shall we? First, their incessant chirping is like living next door to a feathered boy band that never shuts up. Day in, day out, their constant chatter is enough to drive anyone to the brink of madness. My wife is a good example for that. If you thought the local karaoke bar was noisy, just wait until a flock of these little blighters sets up camp outside your window and starts building nests around your house. In fact, these delightful little blighters have turned our house into one giant nesting box. Then there is a property damage. These industrious little fellows love to peck and prod at anything they can find, turning your wooden beams or roof tiles and insulation into personal construction projects. Just ask my wife about the damage they have done to her insulation under her carport and kitchen areas. For nearly 9 years we have had no damage to the insulation until the middle of last year, when a bunch of sparrows turned up and decided to try and make their nests in it. They pecked holes until they could get behind the insulation, then tried to bring in grasses and twigs to make a nest, but of course the insulation just fell away. However, the little blighters did not give up and continued on. They have removed nearly half of the insulation under the carport. However, my wife is out there daily, screaming and shouting at them and making loud noises, banging saucepan lids together, trying to scare them off, but all to no avail. The little buggers are the original DIY enthusiasts, except their idea of improvement usually involves making the right mess of things. We also have them nesting in the roof spaces around the house, and again they have destroyed a lot of the insulation. I had tried to stop them and remove many a nest, but the buggers keep coming back, and of course they are not shy about where they defecate, all over the roof and down the windows upstairs, and oh, it goes on and on. Furthermore, let us not forget their fondness for pilfering food. They will happily raid your garden, your crops, and even your outdoor dining areas. The local farmers have them on their most wanted list, and trying to enjoy a meal without a sparrow swooping in is a bit like trying to keep the mosquitoes away. Utterly futile. Moreover, the competition. Sparrows are like that pushy neighbour who takes over the entire street. They bully the native birds, hogging them with food and nesting spots, which leaves the local avian population in a bit of a pickle. It is the survival of the fittest, and the sparrows did not come here to lose. As if that was not enough, they can also be little disease vectors, spreading nasties like avian flu and other nasty diseases. Just what you need, right? A bunch of tiny, noisy, destructive birds that also happen to be germ factories. Now, if you think they will only stick to one area, think again. These birds are social creatures, forming large flocks and deciding en masse where they would like to roost next. One day it can be your house, and next day is in the local trees, but wherever they go they leave a trail of chaos in their wake. Their adaptability is something to behold, I would give them that. Urban, suburban, rural, does not matter to them. They are everywhere, like a bad penny that keeps turning up. They have adapted so well to human environments, you would almost think they are here to stay, whether we like it or not. Briefly, sparrows might play a role in the ecosystem, doing things like dispersing seeds and munching on insects, but when they overstay their welcome, they really make it known. Living with these birds is a bit like having a troublesome tenant. They might pay the rent on time, but they make you wish you had never rented out the place to begin with. So there you have it, my rather grumpy summary of our little feathered friends. They might be small, but they certainly know how to make their presence felt. I just wish they would leave, and then my wife would stop moaning about them, and we can sort out the repairs to the roof insulation, and perhaps give me a well-earned break, as an unhappy wife is a real problem and a load of trouble for me. Well, that is it for this video. Just something I had to get off my chest. However, if you did enjoy my mini rant, please hit the like button, as it helps the channel grow. So YouTube keeps telling me. Well, that's about it. Until my next video, it is a very goodbye from me. Bye bye.